So kicking this video off, well, I'm gonna start with just putting up a screen recording of the PDF document that Bimmer Challenge uses. You can find it on speedventures.com. If you just search Bimmer Challenge 2020, it'll be like the first link. It's a PDF file with all the rules, everything. So I got my tablet right here. I'm gonna read and also put it up on the screen. But so you have a couple different, in section 1, TAC 1, it talks about competition classes, and it lists B1 through B5, and it says vehicles with different amount of points, and I'll explain what that means in a bit here. So you see B1, 16.1 or more points. B2 is 11.1 to 16 points, B3 6.1 to 11, and so on and so forth. You guys get that, right? So as you scroll down, you'll reach 2.2. This is the base class section. So this year I'm going to be running the E36 M3. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and find my own car. And you'll see it right there, BCF. And it's a negative 3-point handicap. So that means I start off at negative 3 points. So just find your car, and they have every single BMW in here. Just find your car, and then that's the handicap you start with. So that's the points you start with. So starting in the negative is actually a good thing. Being in the positive, that means obviously you're adding towards your competition class already. And then in 3 TAC 1, we go with the mods that add points. So first that's addressed is tires. Really, that's what it comes down to. 1.5 for any that are 100 to 139 tread wear. 2.0, those are all tires. Those are specifically listed because those have been tested to actually be basically they're like cheater tires. They have a lower tread wear than it actually says. 3.5, 40 to 99. So if we look over here real quick, I am running a 40 tread wear tire. This is a Proxy RR. So that'll count towards my score. That's 3.5 points. So now that puts me at 0.5 points positive. Then we're talking about superchargers, turbochargers. Visually upgraded or modified turbocharger or supercharger. So like, did you go with the bigger turbo? Did you go with the bigger supercharger? Shit like that. Is your car turbocharged, or did you add it? Those are all stuff that didn't come from factory. So if you have an M2 comp, the S55 motor, it comes turbocharged. So that doesn't count against you. You're already being handicapped for that off the bat with your power in the BC section. Then we go into engine swaps, and then any non-BMW engine swaps. So your LS's, I'm not really too sure what else you would swap in there that's not BMW. Big one for you guys that are running modern BMWs, right? Turbocharged. Reflash and tune for the supercharged or turbo cars. That's 2 points. So if you're running a stage 2 tune, that's another 2 points added to your score. Stage 1 as well. So you might as well run stage 2. If you're going to get handicapped 2 points, you might as well run stage 2. Then we got camshaft upgrade. I don't have new cams in my car. It's all stock motor. So camshaft upgrade, headwork, port and polish, valve train, pistons, bore, stroke, and compression modifications. That's all part of the modifications listed here that add to your score. Then we go to something that does apply to me. You got exhaust, headers, and cat modifications. So I'm running catless headers. And so that'll be half a point. So now I'm sitting at 1 whole point right now. And continue on. Then you get in the suspension part. I'm running AST 5100s. Front and rear with Vorslag camber plates. Thankfully, they don't hit you for camber plates. These are one-way adjustable. So these are adjustable rebound from the bottom, or compression. I'm not even too sure, honestly. I think it's rebound. But yeah. Then you got any BMW OEM wing. So that wing right there is going to cost me 1 point. And I'm not too sure if I want to run it because if you see, look at the roof line and look where the wing is. These wings only reportedly give you about 40 pounds of downforce, and that's about it. So with that being said, it might be more beneficial to put those points elsewhere rather than in a wing that's not really doing much. It's more for looks, honestly. So I might take it off and run without it for a Bimmer challenge, and I'll tell you what I might switch for that. So if I take off that wing, I'm gonna put a brake kit on it. I wanna go with the Willwood big brake kit, something that I don't need a brake booster for this car, because that just seems like a pain in the ass to do the brake booster. I just want something plug and play, ready to go track. Then you got any non-original sequential gearbox. This car just has a chassis mounted shifter. It's still the 5-speed manual from factory. That's it. Any modifications to the diff, I'm still running a stock diff. So whatever that ratio is, that's exactly what I'm running. Now to the part that will actually affect me as well will be the weight reduction section. So I'm thinking I've lost about 200 to 300 pounds. I'm not too sure exactly how much because I haven't weighed, but this car is completely gutted. I don't even have a cage. I don't have a harness. That's on the way. I still have my sunroof, but that'll get removed. So that way I can get a sunroof removed cage, if that makes any sense. Basically, it rides a little higher to the roof because that sunroof will be out of the way. I've replaced or removed the secondary air pump. Obviously the cats weigh some. These wheels and tires are lighter than OEM. The exhaust is lighter. What else? The trunk is completely gutted out too. So it's definitely got some weight loss. I'm not too sure how much exactly, but you know, they'll actually weigh the car. From what I've seen, the pictures that I've seen, they actually weigh it. So that's about it. You add up your points, and I'm sitting right at 6. So with those points added up, I'll be in, if you go scroll back up to the top to your competition class, I'll be right at B4, which is exactly where I want to be. I've looked at the times for B4 and compared them to my own, and I'm very competitive in that class. So although I won't be at the first event, I'll try and make every single event after that and go from there. So if you scroll back towards the bottom though, it talks about the points. So Bimmer Challenge is a time attack event. You get points based off of the place that you finished, and then at the end of the season they add up your points, and that's who they crown the champion of that class. So if you see first place gets 10, second 8, third 6, fourth gets 5, fifth gets 4, so on and so forth, all the way till 8th place. 8th place ends up getting 1 point, and after that nobody gets any more points after that. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty straightforward with the rules. Once again, you can find them on speedventures.com or just simply search Bimmer Challenge 2020. If you guys have any questions about my E36 or what's going on here, please let me know. Other than that, guys, that's about it. First event I'll be at for Bimmer Challenge is event number 2. I think that's Streets. I'm not too sure. Streets of Willow. Again, also forgot to mention this. This is also an event that is located in California. You can be out of state and do this, but all the tracks are in California, except for Vegas. They just opened up a road course out there, so that'll be the one that's not. So if you're in the area and you're looking to compete, give it a shot. It should be a lot of fun. This will be my first year. You know, even if you don't place good times, it's still a good time to go out there and track with your buddies. If you've never tracked before, tracking is extremely fun and addictive. And if you've tracked, you already know how it goes. So yeah, look forward to meeting you guys out there. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to it as soon as possible. Appreciate you guys watching.